What is up, YouTube? It's Truth Hero, and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to talk about one of my favorite villains in an anime, All For One. This guy is intimidating, he hides in the shadows, and strikes fear into the hearts of anyone who sees them. And even though he's in jail right now, I don't think this is the last we'll see of this superb villain. As we saw in the latest episode of the anime, All For One has been defeated and is now arrested, and in the next episode, or the few episodes following this one, we'll get an inside look into just how All For One is doing in the prison known as Tartarus. Man, does this series love its prison references.
You won't believe what I just found! The jackpot! Someone Shawshanked a hole in this wall!
But will All For One escape? Well, I have two theories on this. One, yes, of course he's going to escape. He's a badass villain, and Deku's gonna need to fight someone to grow some rice balls. Two, no, he's not going to escape. He's already taught Tomura Shigaraki everything he needs to know, and now it's Tomura's turn to shine. Before we dive into any theories though, let's first talk about Tartarus. It's a prison that's especially designed for the most heinous villains, getting its name from Greek mythology, where a place below Hades or Hell was reserved for those whose actions were especially egregious or went against the gods. One such example was King Tantalus, who ended up in Tartarus after he chopped up his son Pelops, boiled him, and served him at a banquet for the gods. He also stole the food from the gods and then later lied to them, so not a good dude. According to Zeus, Tartarus is as far below Hell as heaven is above earth. The bad thing for our heroes is many mythological figures have escaped Tartarus or just plain been let out. So back to All For One. Will he escape? Yes, but not immediately. Shigaraki will be left alone and in charge of things for a while to develop and grow away from his sensei. All For One is definitely planning something, and he's waiting for the right moment to strike. As we'll find out in future episodes, All For One has an infrared quirk as well as other motion sensing quirks that allow him to perceive his surroundings even though he's basically blind. He also intimidates a guard with this information that's wheeling him to his cell, as well as All Might when All Might goes and talks to him in the prison. When All Might was explaining to Deku just exactly who All For One is, he cautioned him that someday he might have to face this great evil. I think that because All Might failed to kill All For One 2 times, that Deku will be the one to do the job. All For One is coming for Deku, and the 3rd time has to be the charm. If that wasn't enough, there are various reports that come in from Tartarus detailing All For One's status there. They say that All For One is still as intimidating as ever and still wants quirks, and that when he sees one, he just can't help himself. I think that All For One is just laying low and waiting for the right moment to strike. Even though he's blind, even though he's strapped to a wheelchair, even though he has guns pointed at him in all directions, he's still gonna find a way out of there. Also, in the current arc of the manga, the Nomu High End is giving Endeavor real trouble right now, and if Tomura Shigaraki's behind this, it could trigger a fight with him. However, I don't see this being the last fight with Tomura Shigaraki. I don't see this being the final battle between him and Deku, so I predict that Shigaraki will, even though he's gaining experience, fail again, and All For One will have to come bail out his chap-lipped student. No, All For One will not escape. Tomura Shigaraki has succeeded him. He's learned everything he can from his sensei, and it's his time to shine. While these reports have been coming in from Tartarus, we haven't seen too much of Tomura Shigaraki. He was seen briefly in the Chisaki arc, but wasn't really around for the festival arc. This leads me to believe that during these arcs, he was planning something major, and this thing was the Nomu High End and the attack on Endeavor. This is Tomura Shigaraki's coming out party. It's his time to use everything his master has taught him to strike a decisive blow against the heroes. Now, I don't think this will be the final battle between Shigaraki and Deku, but it will be one that turns the tides. In hero stories, it usually gets worse before it gets better for the heroes, and this will be the time when Tomura Shigaraki is victorious. Contrary to the other theory, All For One will not have to bail him out. He can sit back and watch from prison and enjoy the mayhem his student is causing upon the world. But what do you guys think? Will All For One really escape? Let me know your theories down below. As always, thanks for watching, And if you like My Hero Academia content, please share the video with a friend and consider enrolling at UA today by clicking the subscribe button down below. Until next time, Plus Ultra.